Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan video. In this video we'll be taking a look at my Worthy Rivals team build for the Esbr. This will just be a with items chilled out Esbr run. I know a lot of people like no item runs and this and that. I get to them, but I like to do the events with items. I don't know, just find it a bit more interesting. To show it also gives me a chance to showcase a couple of teams, to be honest. I think a lot of the times no item runs, especially when like there's 4 or 5 like only really usable units for those kind of runs, you just end up having like the same team as probably everyone else. Like I can probably almost predict if I had to run a no item team that I would genuinely probably have the same team as like 90% of the population, because that's just kind of like how no item runs work. Like there's certain units that are very clear choices for them, and then what it tends to happen is because you have to kind of choose those guys, then your way around everything is also kind of limited. But yeah, looking at the Worthy Rivals team, so Worthy Rivals, very interesting category. It's like kind of everyone that's thrown down against Goku, which, you know, is cool, but also kind of like, oh, okay. What's classified as throwing down against Goku is very interesting. It also seems to constitute people that have turned the corner. So like people that have fought Goku, lost, and then like become his mate, or you know, become his friend. To be honest with you, it's not a bad category. Like I like the concept. The big problem with these kind of concept categories is the linking is a little bit wonky. Like when you're trying to run multiple different units, it does become a little bit wonky trying to mix all of them together. But in terms of lead, there's only 2 leads actually for Worthy Rivals, which I was pretty surprised with. Physical Piccolo and also the physical SS2 Angel LR Vegeta. Now, to cut a long story short, I think besides Piccolo is currently the only usable lead. Not that I have anything against physical LR SS2 Vegeta, it's just that it's a lower lead, and I just think it's a better team under Piccolo. Some really great units though. You've got like Int SSBE Vegeta, you've got Int Piccolo, you've got Tech LR Power Awakening Piccolo. You've got some interesting units. You know, me personally, I would definitely like to try out some of these units, especially in a no item run. I think there are some pretty cool units that you can potentially run in this stage. But these SBR are hitting pretty hard, so I do think it reduces the roster of usable units quite substantially. As you can tell by the team I'm using, I am using a Vegeta's family team, and before you say, why are you not using the Tech Vegeta? It's because Tech Vegeta, the transforming Super Saiyan 1, is not on Worthy Rivals. I know, it is amazing, but he is not on Worthy Rivals because he technically at the time of defeating Android 19, which is when that is based on, technically speaking was not Goku's Worthy Rival, which is a bit strange, but okay. You know, what can we do? So Vegeta, that Vegeta is not usable, but the Vegeta's family team still felt like the right choice to me. Gave me enough room to really play with, and I think it's a good team that you can kind of build around. I, for one, really like the options that it gives me. There are plenty great options though, but I will say specifically that I think this team for me functions the best. The Vegetas all serve a pretty good role. The Strength Super Vegetas do some pretty massive damage. As everyone should know, Strength Super Vegeta, super duper powerful, a really fun unit to use. His EZA made him shuck out some huge attack stats, so that does tend to help out. Plus he has an automated stun, so that is really quite helpful. So Vegeta's in a situation where he's really quite good, but it's not just him. We have a whole collection of Super Vegetas that we're going to be throwing in here. We have the Int Super Vegeta. Now you could definitely replace this one. This one works best against androids, and there's not actually too many there's no androids enemies. So this Vegeta you could replace the Super Vegeta, the Int one, but he's still pretty solid. He seals, he does some good stuff that we need, bringing a little bit of utility. But you could definitely replace him. The AGL Super Saiyan Vegeta feels pretty good for this. Then you have Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta. That's obviously the one that turns into SS2 Vegeta, the My Bulma Vegeta. Really nice, guarding all attacks, good support based unit. Debuffs the enemy as well after he's received a couple attacks, which is really honestly quite good. So, you know, he does a lot of purpose. Like, at 55%, I don't think he's going to be able to tank well enough, you know, to be able to kind of hold down the position without being Rambo or additional, like, stats or anything. But I think he'll do well. Like, I think he'll be in a good position to assist you. Physical, transforming Vegeta, you know, that's pretty straightforward. Not going to get up to his full speed at all in ESBR, but will be solidish and solid enough, I think, to really hold his own. You know, for me, obviously, a unit that does get progressively better over time. But for me, generally speaking, is quite good, even in his, like, base form and everything. So, yeah, really good stuff. AGL Super Vegeta, excellent unit, really solid. Obviously, the scaling damage reduction comes in big handy, especially as you can see when, like, we do, like, you are actually getting low. Like, in this situation, you can see we are getting low as a, like, team. We're entering those lower health thresholds. You're really setting up Super Vegeta to have, like, a really strong damage reduction. And then that lets us put, you know, Strength Super Vegeta in the second slot. That lets him stun, makes things really good. Now, the big thing with Strength Super Vegeta is, like, you're going to take a lot of damage, but you are going to dish out a tremendous amount of damage as well. So that helps, I think, for the most part. At least, you know, in my eyes, I think that's something that really helps. So for me, you know, if I'm being honest, aside from that, I think, you know, if I really want to kind of better understand the, you know, performance of this team, I think overall it does well. What it is lacking is a little bit of utility. We have like a 1-turn stun on the Strength Super Vegetas, and we have a little bit of ceiling, but we don't have a lot of utility. Like, we don't have the ability to really lock down the opposition. There are some great units for that. Whether they are Vegeta units, I don't know. I'm going to obviously take a look at the team for like a no item run so we can get a better idea of that. But I think overall for me, this team probably does what I would say an adequate performance overall. And I think for me, it was good. It was fun. It's nice, high volume damage. I think it's got some good utility. I do think there's definitely ways to improve on this team. Probably underneath a physical Piccolo lead. So if I really wanted to go for the no item run, I think I might do a physical Piccolo lead, or maybe even a tech Power Awakening Piccolo, Battle of Wits type of thing. It's just going to depend a little bit on your, you know, like, overall, how can I say, like, your overall roster of units. But for me, ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest, I think this team did well. I think it was fun. I think it definitely could have done better. But I also think at the same time, it was a team that did a good job. It really handled itself nicely. We had to use items for sure, but I think ultimately at the end of the day, it was a good, fun time. And it resulted in a good performance. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. And yeah, from my side, that's everything. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you've got a team build you want to share, or you just want to share any suggestions or ask for help, please do so in the comments down below. It will be really awesome to see your comments. But yeah, from my side, really awesome stuff. So thank you so much. Bye.